balancing marriage, children, and intimacy, careers, etc. So we're still in the honeymooning phase, you know, the phase of, oh, he's scrumptious, the phase of, you know, yeah, that. Oh, I want to slap a butt, stuff like that, you know, because
pick something, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, and trying to balance it all can be pretty
bringing
hectic.
It together, you know what I'm saying? Just bringing it together, like at times when, you know, she got her career going on, her entrepreneurship, I got my career going on, my entrepreneurship, and we just gotta always be into one another no matter what goes on, like, you know what I'm saying, day through night. And
so balancing it all can be pretty hectic, and you know, I think that's what we're trying to do, and to, you know, keep it spontaneous, is to just find a balance. That's the best thing,
so
way I can put it.
Never forget that togetherness.
Yes, because, you know, I love my husband. I love to love up on my husband, but like, again, at times your girl be tired. Okay, at times I be having a lot of work to do, and sometimes
all day energy.
Sometimes I can't fulfill all the duties he want me to do.
She don't want to fulfill that duty for that booty.
No, and then his scapegoat for everything is, you know, is sex, pretty much. That's his.
Nah. I mean, that's, you know, that's a man thing. Women too, you know.
Oh, you don't want to cook tonight? Oh, you must be giving it up.
Nah,
oh, you don't
want
like that. Yes, it do. Do be like that.
No, it don't. I mean, it's cool if it do, but it's cool if it don't. But come on, don't be out here showing off. I don't come at you like that, kid.
Yes, he do. Like, I'm not showing off. And then we have a kid, and I'm trying to understand how people with 3-4 kids, you know, my married couples out there, how do you balance it all? Because we're trying to still find balance. And my son, it's like he be having a radar, like if he feel like we're getting too close or too intimate, he like busts in the room. Oh, I'm sleeping with you guys, this, that, third, and we just be like, where did he come from? Like, he just woke up out of nowhere, or he's just, you know, he just always in the mix.
Not tonight.
Yes, he'd be like, not tonight, mommy, not tonight, daddy, I'm here. And it's kind of tough to kind of pull it in. Like I said, I usually sometimes work 12, 16-hour days or whatever, depending on what projects I'm working on. He's at work all day, and then by the time he gets off, it's like a schedule of, you know, we got to take our son to his extracurricular activities, karate, etc. Whether he got an event at school, or, you know, just other things, whether it's going out with our friends or whatever. So by the time you filter all of that out and then get home, it's like, all right, I'm ready to just go to bed.
Not me. like an energy.
I'm, you know, maybe I need some vitamin C or some B12 or something, because I be exhausted, and I be trying to understand. Oh, he's fresh, and I'm trying to figure out, where are you getting all of this energy from? Because you worked, you know, a long day too. You've been out all day. Like, you still want to do it? And he'd be like, yeah. So trying to find that balance within the marriage is important, because again, like, you don't want your spouse going elsewhere.
Lose that spark, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, you want to keep it fun, and again, we're still newlyweds, so we're still.
I mean, like, when you try to figure it out, it's challenges. So you know what I'm saying? You want to try to beat that challenge. Like, oh, how I'm gonna get this? How I'm gonna do that? How, like, it ain't always just about sex. It's just how you gonna get whatever you need to get done in a relationship. So you just trying to figure it out the hours. It's 24 hours in a day. So you like, man, I'm gonna have to get this done in the wee hours in the morning. So. Would you whisper and say it out loud?
Nothing.
Don't bite your tongue.
Yeah, right. So, you know, within a marriage, like, I've heard married couples say that, like, you know, that they're intimate probably once a week, or, you know, once a month. Oh. You know, whoa. I've heard that. I've read statistics that show that. I don't want to be that couple, because, you know, we are still pretty young, but, you know, I've heard that within
once a month. God.
I've heard that within marriages, and I try to understand how. But again, like, being in a marriage and trying to trying to balance my career and balance a household, and, like I said, a kid, and then we're like going into other business ventures and things like that. It is kind of hard to just be like sex on the brain, you know?
You just gotta, whatever. I mean, like, it ain't just about the sex and things. Like you said, we going into other business ventures and things like that. It just got to be whatever you're doing in your relationship. It has to be exciting. You know what I'm saying? It can't be stale, dull, with some other words, like you want to throw in there dull moment in a relationship where you don't got nothing going on, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to balance things out, you know what I'm saying, so you trying to catch one another. So if you ain't got that type of spark going on in your relationship, like, it's just gonna be like,
yes, and
it's gonna be real, like,
and you
want
to keep your relationships too, but you know, we're only speaking from a marriage point of view. Like, you want to keep it fun, you want to keep it interesting, you know.
Do things.
I love when he gets shape ups. I love, you know, those are the type of things that make me, oh, okay, whatever. Like, keeping, you know, he loves when I get my hair done and things like that. Like, you know,
compliment each other.
He's definitely the more of the the affectionate one of us, where it's like, you know, like I said, he's always slapping my butt. He's always, you know, babe.
Oh, pinch something, you know what I'm saying?
He's always just, babe, you know, whatever.
I pinch that thing, you know what I'm saying? Slap that thing, give it a kiss on the cheek, kiss on the lips. I be trying to tell her that's the things to do. And sometimes she be like, oh, like, you got to catch them off guard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let them know. I just be,
like, again, I be sticking and moving, like, all day, every day. Like, I'm always all over the place.
Hold on.
So at times, and I'm like a space person. Like, I'm literally like, give me 3 feet. So I like learning to work with somebody, even though we've been together for a long time. It's just like in this marriage, learning to work with someone and allow them completely into my space. It's something that I'm working towards doing and that we have been doing. So again, like at certain times, it's just like I go in my space, I do my work, and that's where I get my zen from. Versus,
like this.
He's like Johnny Jack Rabbit, like, come on, and I'm like, what the hell, like, you know. So it's just finding that balance, and I want to know from other married couples, like, leave your comments, leave your questions or whatever you may have for us, on how you balance just having children. Those who have, you know, we only have 1 kid, and we get the question all the time, when you gonna have another kid, and that question honestly bugs the crap out of me, because I feel like, why are other people checking on my uterus? Like, you know, because what if I don't want any more kids? What if, you know what I'm saying? So but the way he worked, you know, it's like, I don't know. So we want to hear from other couples as far as like, how do you balance married life? How do you balance trying to get that intimacy with your, and I'm an intimate person. Like, I'm be like, let's watch movie night. Let's just cuddle, you know? And he'd be like, yeah, all this cuddling about to lead to something. And I'm like, it doesn't have to, you know? So you want to do something right now, don't you?
Yeah, cut the camera off. So,
not allowing the outside noise of work or friendships or children tarnish the intimacy,
the love,
in your marriage, because it's really like a big part, you know,
of
what ties you together.
Nothing we're keeping is gonna be easy. So you know what I'm saying? Everything is gonna be a challenge. So
yeah, so and then I'm like the type of person, I don't like to schedule like some people have told me, like, oh, you should schedule date nights where you get or are intimate. To me, that's kind of boring. That's just not my strong point.
It's boring as hell. Like, you know, we're gonna do it
on Tuesday,
6, and we're gonna do it on
at 2:00 p.m. Like that's like, for me, it just doesn't work. I'm like more of I gotta be in the moment or whatever. You gotta rev me up first in order to get to the point. So to just schedule, I just don't like that. I didn't like that advice. Yeah, so let us know how you balance, you know, whether being newlyweds, keeping it spontaneous. What are some spontaneous dates, or some things that lead to intimacy for you and your spouse or whatever. If you want to be anonymous, you can DM me or whatever what you think. So